In the book of Acts, a mighty fire began burning in prisons. Stephen's face shone like an angel as stones rained down. Paul and Silas sang hymns with their feet in chains. Peter slept between two soldiers, while angels whispered of freedom. The empire thought chains could silence truth. But every time the vast empire crushed a believer, another light flared in the dark. The blood of the martyrs became the seed of the church. That is the fire of witness in suffering. It burned under Rome's iron and still burns under every empire that fears truth.
He walks with Christ, he spreads God's love, how he welcomes all. No borders or walls, he's a migrant for Christ, and he answers God's call. Oh, migrant for Christ, lead us on, without borders or walls.
Rome's power depended on logic. Its empire was efficient. It ruled the world with laws, legions, and fear. Its prisons were pits, its crosses, public warnings on roads. Every whip said, "Stay quiet, obey, conform." Christians were not killed because they hated Rome. They were killed because they claimed another Lord. They said, "Jesus is Lord, not Caesar." And that tiny sentence overturned the empire's theology of control. Rome demanded sacrifice to prove loyalty. Christians offered conscience as their sacrifice. Rome said, "Obey or die." Christ said, "Die and live." Now, centuries later, another empire rises, not with togas and temples, but with masked militants, prison camps, cameras, and screens. Its gods are security and profit. Its altars glow in pixels and policy memos. Its sacrifices are the poor, the migrant, the prisoner, and the voiceless. We say we are free, but freedom without conscience is just gilded slavery. We say we are safe, but safety without mercy is just domination in disguise. Like Rome, America confuses order with justice and punishment with peace. Our prisons sprawl like catacombs of despair. Our borders hum with machines that see every face as a suspect. Our cities echo with loud sirens that silence more than they protect. We still crucify, not on wood, but with paperwork and policy. The incarcerated and the immigrant are stripped of humanity. And yet, in this shadow, the same fire burns. It burns in the pastor who visits the ICE detention center. It burns in the nurse who refuses to abandon the sick migrant. It burns in the teacher who tells the truth about empire in her classroom. It burns in every conscience that says, "No, this is not the kingdom of God." Like Paul, they turn prison cells into pulpits. Like Peter, they bear chains that cannot bind the spirit. Like Stephen, they see heaven open even as the stones fall. They're suffering witnesses to something Rome and America both forget. You cannot handcuff the truth. The empire, ancient or modern, always fears two things. It fears people who love the truth more than safety. And it fears communities who remember that the kingdom belongs to God, not Caesar. That is why every age invents new prisons, barbed walls of policy, propaganda, or economic despair, to keep conscience quiet. But God keeps raising up witnesses. From the jails of Philippi to the streets of Selma, from the catacombs of Rome to the borderlands of Texas, the Spirit whispers, "Do not be afraid. Speak and do not be silent." Acts chapter 18, verse 9. We, the migrant for Christ, are called to keep that fire alive, to bear witness where systems break bodies and souls, to proclaim that the Christ of the cross walks again through detention centers, through hunger lines, through broken neighborhoods. We are not called to escape suffering, but to redeem it by love, to make it redemptive, not resentful. Our chains, visible or invisible, are our credentials in the kingdom. Our endurance is our protest. Our compassion is our revolt. So let us remember, as the church, Rome is gone. Its prisons are dust, but the fire of its witnesses still burns, in us, through us, before us. And when an empire arrests the conscience again, whether in Rome, Washington, or your own heart, may this be our prayer. Lord, set our hearts ablaze with the fire of witness. Teach us to suffer with dignity, to speak with truth, and to love with courage. For the kingdoms of this world will pass away, but the Word, the Logos, the Christ, who was chained in Rome, still walks free in us today. And now for a closing scriptural reading. We are hard-pressed on every side, but not crushed, perplexed, but not in despair, persecuted, but not abandoned, struck down, but not destroyed. 2 Corinthians chapter 4, verses 8 to 9.